Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Marima and I love food. I love homemaking and trying to decide and plan meals. So on this day, I decided to fill my freezer with some ready-to-go meals for when I'm not really up for cooking and I really just want something easy and delicious without having to go out and spend a ton of money on a delicious meal. So the first thing that I did, which I absolutely love doing, is I decided first what kind of meals I wanted to make for that freezer meal prep, and then I went out and I went grocery shopping. Now, altogether, I spent about $150 on all of the ingredients, and I did tally it all up, and it made about 54 meals. With that being said, we had a ton of ingredients left over that we used for the following couple of weeks. So I would say that $150 is not too bad. However, also just a disclaimer, we did have a couple of pantry items and things that we already had that I wanted to use up. So in this clip, I'm kind of just going around and showing you everything that was left over after the prep and everything was finished. And as you can see, there was a ton of groceries and ingredients left over. So I would say that it was definitely financially worth it. So with trying to be as efficient and do this as quickly as possible, the first thing that I decided to do was start on making my homemade pizza dough. These are going to be for my pizza pot bombs that I am going to be making later on in the video, but this will give our dough some time to rise while we do everything else. So next up is probably one of my least favorite parts of cooking, which is cooking the chicken. I knew that I needed some chicken chopped up for the pineapple teriyaki. I knew that I needed some chicken halved and browned for the Mary Made chicken, as well as some chicken for shredding. And I did also decide to get started on my starches because those can sometimes take a really long time as well. So I made rice and I got started on making my instant cauliflower mashed potatoes. And to go along with that, I also made my turkey mini meatloaf muffins, and they are delicious. Stick around for the recipe. Now, I know this video is a little bit all over the place, but bear with me. At this point, my potatoes and my cauliflower were all softened and ready for me to take them off of the heat and make my cauliflower mash. I will make sure to leave all of the ingredients down in the description box below if you want to follow a similar meal prep or if you just want to figure out how to make this particular cauliflower mash. It was really good. I got the stamp of approval from my fiance Kevin, and yeah, I'll be making that again. So then once everything was prepared, I just kind of divided up all of the ingredients and split them amongst the two containers, and then poured the sauce over on top of it all. And when you do go and bake it, you can also add a little bit more extra cornstarch to it if you want it to be a little bit thicker. I only put a little bit into the mix, but that's also an option if you do like a little bit of a thicker sauce. Lastly, I did also include a can of water chestnuts that I've drained and rinsed. Obviously, this is optional. Not everybody loves water chestnuts, but I like the way that they are crunchy, and they add a little bit more texture. So, totally up to you. Next up, I have a recipe that you might have seen kind of floating around the internet. It's called Marry Me Chicken, and it is honestly one of the easiest and fastest, kind of go hand in hand. Um, but yeah, it's one of the easiest recipes, super quick, and it is absolutely delicious. It is one of those meals that really feels super fancy, even though you're hardly put any work into it. If you're going to try any of these recipes, I definitely recommend this one. I did use coconut milk in mine instead of cream, but I think I kind of prefer it that way. Honestly, you guys, this is one of those recipes that is perfect for when you're having company, because you can, for the most part, prep everything in advance and then just put it in the fridge and pop it in the oven when when you want to have dinner and when you want everything ready. Also, you don't necessarily have to do this with chicken. I did make something similar to this recently for one of my vegetarian girlfriends, and we had vegetarian meatballs, but we used the exact same sauce base, and it was honestly really, really good. All right, so now we are back to our pizza bombs. And actually, I'm not even entirely sure I can call them pizza bombs. Guys, I'm not very good at coming up with names for the things that I make. But can I also just say how satisfying that was to watch? I don't know if it's just me, but that was really satisfying for me to de-poof. So at this point, I kind of haphazardly rolled all of the little cut up pieces into some round shapes and let those rest a little bit longer just while the dough sort of does its thing and forms together. In the meantime, I did cut up little blocks of cheese. I personally use some mozzarella cheese for this, but you can use whatever kind you want, as well as some deli meat. I know I've been calling them pizza bombs, but I kind of wanted to make these almost like cordon bleu balls. And then I rolled them. I sort of rolled them into these little discs so that they're easier for me to fold. I topped them with a little bit of mustard and closed them back up and then proceeded to bake them. All right, so if you have made it this far into the video, I just want to give you guys a really, really big thank you to anybody who likes these videos, who supports my channel, who comments on my videos, shares them, likes them, subscribes to my channel. If you guys enjoyed this type of a video, please let me know and I will make more of these. I love making freezer meals because as much as I do love to cook, I also don't always feel like I'm a cook once, clean once type of person, and I really enjoy the process of planning meals like this as well. Plus, I really do think that this helps me stick to a little bit of a better budget financially. So once I finished all of the cooking and cleaning, I froze everything up, made sure that it was cold before I put it into the freezer. And as you can tell, even though I spent about $150, we still had a ton of fruits and vegetables left over for the week, so that those freezer meals didn't actually get eaten until we were basically out of some of these other ingredients. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed and have a good day.